Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your Arabic teacher Sam and a very warm welcome to episode 8, I believe it is, in this little series when we're doing a walk through the story of Prophet Hud alayhi salam in Qasasun Nabiyyin. I'm not going to be dilly-dallying today. We need to get through it because I need to go out in about 20 minutes inshallah. I'm going to need to pray then as well. So we're not going to be doing my usually rambling and tangents that I usually go off in different directions so often. We're just going to get straight into it inshallah. So firstly we have Hikmah to Hudin. This is the sort of template title we've had for everything. You should know by now this is an idafa. The hikmah or the wisdom of Hud. وَمَا زَالَ. This wa at the beginning just means and. But مَا زَالَ is actually one of the sisters of Kana. مَا زَالَ is from Kana and her sisters. And it means sort of, but it means still, really. Like its best translation is to say still doing something. So, but yeah, it is actually a sister of Kana. If you were to say something like Hud is still strong or something, you'd say ما زال هود قويا. It would behave the same way as Kana and her sisters do. But in this case, we're using it with a verb afterwards. So we're saying Hud is still, and Hud is still ينصح. This is a verb from nasaha, meaning to advise. It's the same root as where the word nasiha and advice comes from. So Hud is still advising. To who? لِقَوْمِهِ, to his people. وَيَدْعُوهُمْ, and he's inviting them. بِحِكْمَةٍ وَرِفْقٍ. So he's advising them with hikmah, with wisdom, and with rifq. I mean rifq is from the many words that means companion, really. Like a companion or a close friend or something. Like I know there are times when the Messenger of Allah sallallahu referred to Allah as Ar-Rafiq al-A'la, like the highest friend or the highest companion or something. But warifq it means he's inviting them gently. He's inviting them kindly. قال هود, Hud is saying, يا قومي أنا أخوكم وصديقكم. I am your brother. أنا أخوكم. I am your akh. I'm your akh. And then it's akhu or akhi or akha, depending on what case that word is. I was talking to my student Chris earlier actually about how the word akh and the word ab, their case is reflected in a long vowel. It's very, very unusual. There's only a few words in Arabic that do that. But in this case, we know that it's the usual marfu' or nominative case because it's akhukum. I am your brother, wa sadiqukum, and I'm your friend, bil ams. So the word amsi, just this, means yesterday. So it can either be saying like I was your friend yesterday, so why aren't I today? I'm your friend from before. It's kind of what it's saying. ألا تعرفونني? Do you not know me? تعرفون is the plural, saying you know, and then the ni on the end is the pronoun. Do you not know me? يا إخواني. Ikhwan is the plural of akh. There is also another plural, ikhwa. Ikhwatun can be the plural of akh as well. So it can be ikhwa or it can be ikhwan. Ya ikhwani, O my brothers. لماذا تخافونني وتفرون مني? Why do you takhafu? The verb khaf means to fear. Why do you fear me? This ni on the end means me as well. Why do you fear me? وتفرون مني. The verb farra, we've talked about it before actually, kind of means to run away from them. It means to run away. Well, why do you run away? Minni, from me. Inni la unqisu. Oh, that's interesting. We've not seen that verb before. La unqisu min malikum shay'a, or min malikum shay'an. So this is from the verb anqasa. Anqasa. So the verb, the verb naqasa means to be decreased, but to anqasa means to decrease from someone else, to decrease something else. So the verb anqasa is to and indeed I do not decrease from your money, min malikum shay'a, anything. I don't decrease anything from your wealth. And then he says in an ayah, I can't quite read this, I don't actually know which ayah it's from, but it looks like as'alukum. Ya qawmi la as'alukum alayhi malan. So, O my people, I do not ask from you. I do not ask from you any money. Inna ajri illa ala Allah. So indeed, my reward is but for with Allah. You know, my reward is with Allah. You know, Hud or any of the prophets, they don't come to their people for the sake of money. You know, you know, most of them end up poor because of it. Ya qawmi, ماذا تخافون? You know, O my people, ماذا تخافون? What do you fear? In آمنتم بالله. You know, if you believed in Allah, والله لا تفقدون من أموالكم شيئا. Yeah, by Allah, you wouldn't lose anything from your wealth. It's saying you wouldn't lose from your wealth anything. إذ آمنتم بالله. You know, if only you would believe in Allah, you know, you wouldn't lose anything from your wealth. The verb فقد is the one that's being used over here, which is literally to lose. You know, to lose. Okay. بل يبارك الله لكم في الرزق ويزيد في قوتكم. Good, yeah. So we actually saw this verb at the very beginning. You know, baraka. This was from baraka, which means to bless. But what about this bel? Bel kind of means rather. It's like saying rather or on the contrary. You know, on the contrary, Allah blessed you في الرزق, in your provision. ويزيد, this is from the verb zada, means to increase. And he increases in your strength. And he increased in your strength. Yeah, from quwwa is that word, and then the kum is the yours. يا قومي لماذا يا قومي لماذا تتعجبون لماذا تتعجبون من رسالتي. There's this verb تعجب here. That's actually the root verb, تعجب. Ta'ajjaba means to find something bizarre. There are many times in the Quran when Allah refers to the disbelievers finding the Quran to be bizarre. You know, like, you know, a good example, I suppose, is from Surah Qaf. Qaf begins, obviously, Qaf wal-Quran al-Majid. بَلْ عَجِبُوا أَنْ جَاءَهُمْ مُنذِرٌ مِّنْهُمْ فَقَالَ الْكَافِرُونَ هَذَا شَيْءٌ عَجِيبٌ. You know, they were sort of astonished at the Quran coming. And the disbelievers said that this is a bizarre thing. You know, the Quran is something bizarre. It's something that we've never heard before. You know, why do you think that my message is sort of outlandish or bizarre? إن الله لا يكلم واحدا. No, indeed Allah لا يكلم. Allah does not speak واحدا. He does not sort of speak one-on-one to the people. You know, that's not how Allah sends his wahi. That's not how Allah sends his revelations. And this is the last little paragraph. Okay, so Hud continues here to explain to his people how Allah does reveal wahi. So inna Allah, indeed Allah, la yukhatibu. We haven't seen this actually. The verb khataba. It means to address. You know, it's the same root as where the word khutbah comes from. You know, when someone delivers a khutbah on Fridays, it's an address. A khutbah is an address to the community. He does not address كل واحد يقول له افعل كذا افعل كذا. You know, indeed Allah does not address every individual. يقول له, saying to him, افعل كذا, you know, do this. افعل كذا, do this. You know, this term كذا is sort of, you use this when you're saying sort of this and that or such and such. You know, كذا وكذا, this expression كذا وكذا. Yeah, it's like saying sort of such and such. Such and such, you know. قال لي, he said to me كذا وكذا. قال لي كذا وكذا وأنا قلت كذا وكذا. And I said such and such, and he said such and such. You know, you're not referring to, you're not actually quoting any specific words. You're just saying it to highlight that he did say something. Good. إن الله يرسل إلى كل قوم رجلا منهم. So indeed Allah يرسل. This is from the verb أرسل, meaning to send someone. أرسل إلى كل. So it has to be to every, and that's why it's kulli. This has a kasra on it because of the ila. To every qawm, to every nation, a rajul, a man, ya rajulan. He sends a rajul to every nation. Minhum, so min is from. hum is them. So he sort of sends a man from among them. He sends to every nation a man from among them. يكلمهم وينصح لهم. He speaks to them and he advises them. Good, last line. وَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنِي. وَقَدْ is just a way of sort of introducing this paragraph now. There is things to say about وَقَدْ, but for now it's just kind of a way of introducing something. We're saying, indeed, أَرْسَلَنِي. He sent me, إِلَيْكُمْ. He sent me upon you. أُكَلِّمُكُمْ. He sent me, I speak to you. وَأَنصَحُ لَكُمْ. And I advise to you. This, we haven't really seen this. We haven't seen the verb, كَلَّمَ. كَلَّمَ. And then there's also, this is a form 2 verb. There's also a form 5, which is way more common, which is تَكَلَّمَ. كَلَّمَ means to speak. They both mean to speak to someone. Or actually, كَلَّمَ kind of means to speak to someone. تَكَلَّمَ just means to speak generally. Like when you're ever asking someone if they speak a language, you can say like, هل تتكلم العربية? Like, do you speak Arabic? Or, أنا أتكلم الإنجليزية. I speak English. You use تكلم. But when you say كلم only, it's not about you just speaking the language, it's about you speaking to an individual. And in all of these cases, it's talking about Hud speaking to the people of Ad. So that's why it's used here. أو عجبتم أن جاءكم ذكر من ربكم على رجل منكم لينذركم. Okay, so أو عجبتم. Have you found it, or you found it strange? And جاءكم ذكر, that a reminder came to you. A dhikr, although the verb ذكر means to mention, a dhikr means like a reminder. Or do they find it strange that a reminder came to them? من ربكم, from your Lord, على رجل, upon a man, minkum, from among you. Do they find it strange that a reminder came to them from their Lord, upon a man from among them? Why? This is the last word. لينذركم. This is to do nadhara to them. This is why he came, to do some nadhara upon them. Nadhara means to warn. That is a verb in itself, nadhara. Often, most notably, Prophet Nuh alayhi salam is referred to as a nadhir. Most of the prophets, well, all of the prophets are a nadhir to their people, but you're often a nadhir and a bashir. They're kind of the opposites of each other. A bashir is someone who comes with good news, but a nadhir is someone who comes with a warning. And the reason why I say most notably Prophet Nuh alayhi salam is because Nuh didn't come to his people as a bashir. The people of Nuh, they needed a very stern nudhr. They needed a very stern warning. The people of Nuh, there wasn't much good news for them. Really, they were a people who ended up with nudhr. There's an ayah that was really easy for me to remember in Surah Al-Mursalat, I believe. عذرا أو نذرا. عذرا أو نذرا. That's the beginning of an udhr and a nudhr. An udhr is an excuse, and a nudhr is a warning. So as the people maybe have an excuse and they've been warned. عذرا أو نذرا. Reminds me of. I'll end on this, inshallah, because we've done all of the language. There's an expression in Arabic that perhaps I'll close this. Actually, we'll go to a little blank page if I have one up. Okay, so up here we have. Ignore this at the top. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, here we go. العذر أقبح. العذر أقبح من الذنب. So al-udhr, is an excuse. The excuse is aqbah. This is from the term qabih. Qabih, which means ugly. There's something else I'll tell you about this in a second. So the excuse is أقبح. It's uglier. من الذنب. Uglier than than the sin. You know, sometimes the excuse can be uglier than the sin itself. You know, like I think when I was at university, I think one of my lecturers, I heard it when my lecturers said it. Like one of the students was like, I haven't done my homework because I don't know, because I hadn't finished watching EastEnders or something, and he said العذر أقبح من الذنب. The excuse is even more ugly than the sin itself. Like the fact you're watching EastEnders is uglier than the fact that you just didn't do your homework. It should have come in and just said I didn't do the homework and that'd be it, and not give a reason. It would have been better. You know, like the excuse, the fact you're watching EastEnders, is the ugliest part of it. Yeah, so that's where that expression comes from. And I think it's quite nice. العذر أقبح من الذنب. And then lastly, just because I've still got a few minutes before I need to go, so I'll share something else with you. Like in English, we have this sort of expression. It's not very nice, but when you say that somebody is sort of ugly as sin, someone is proper ugly. Then in Arabic you can say أنت أقبح من حتى. أقبح من حتى. أنت أقبح من حتى. So you are uglier than hatta. Hatta sort of means until, or yeah, it's sort of you're uglier than it's possible to reach. And أقبح من حتى. Yeah, it's a little bit like our expression in English, ugly as sin. أقبح من حتى. I think sometimes, like with some of the phrases like this, you got to try them a bit. Like you only really find out if things are proper rude when you try them a bit. And I remember when I was at university in Palestine, I just dropped it to one of my friends who I was with. I just told him it was ugly as sin, and one of the professors sort of chuckled and laughed when he overheard me. So I assume it's not. I assume it's not really, really offensive. Unless he was just smiling because he was happy that I knew a couple of Arabic words and I could string them together clumsily. So that's it for this lesson. A couple of other little ramblings at the end just because we had time. We're still under 20 minutes, alhamdulillah, so it's one of the shorter episodes. I hope that's okay. I hope you're happy with what we've gone through. I hope you join me for lesson 9. We can't have many more lessons to go. 9, 10, 11... is there another one? No, that's it. So we've only got 3 more episodes. Only 3 more episodes to go. Cool. Okay, that's it. That's everything for this episode. Next episode, as I say, lesson 9 is Iman Uhud. So what is your Iman? If you don't know, you're going to find out in the next lesson. I'll catch you guys next Wednesday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
وما أرسلنا من رسول إلا بلسان قومه ليبين لهم فيضل الله من يشاء ويهدي من يشاء وهو العزيز الحكيم.